I could listen to Jane McDonald talk about gravy all day.
Oh, me too. Oh,
One more time. Just give me one more gravy, Jane.
Gravy.
Gravy.
Very fabulous. Can't beat a bit of gravy.
Why is that so funny?
Do you want to come and join us for cookery? Come on over.
Yeah, shall I?
Come on over. Yeah, come on over. Have
Shall I
my
come
seat.
We can't have you over there.
Yeah, you can't have my food, but you can have my seat.
Not when
coming
Nisha
over.
Katona's cooking.
Jump there.
There we go.
You sit there.
Shall
You
I?
sit there.
You sit here.
You
Which
sit
Way
there.
have I got? I'll
kind
go
of-
round this way.
There we go.
It's all so professional.
Hello, my lovely.
How are you?
Very well done.
Good to
Very
see
good
you.
to see you.
That's
Very
nice.
good to see you.
It's not gravy though, Jane,
It
but
don't
it is
matter.
something
Come and
really, really
sit here.
delicious because Nisha Katona's
there
in
we
the
go.
kitchen
Look.
with a delicious recipe. And Nisha, the smell has been wafting over all morning. Gorgeous. What
Good
have you got?
smells.
Good smells.
I have a little chicken thigh for you. Do you want to tuck in or we not?
Yeah.
I don't know if we've got enough cutlery. But...
Listen, you
We'll
don't
sort
in
it
this
out.
business. You
There we
don't know
go.
when you're going to eat. You know.
Allow
so-
me, Jane.
Thank you.
We don't want you getting gravy on you, Jane.
No, I'm already covered in gravy.
I've not got
Lovely.
a knife, but I've got a fork and a spoon. But at least you can tuck in and sort of join in.
thank you,
in terms
Nisha.
of so.
And Nisha's amazing.
These are my best friends, actually. It's like I'm having my mum here, isn't it? We are sticky thigh-ing today. So it's sticky spiced thighs and a really lovely coleslaw. And I'm going to start with the coleslaw because I've got a little tip that makes coleslaw next level. And it is fried mustard seeds. So I'm going to just start by a little bit of olive oil in a pan and we go in with a good, say, half tablespoon of mustard seeds. And they do splutter quite a bit, but
I'm going to share my coleslaw with Jane.
Yeah, you start tucking in while I talk.
Where do you want it? There.
So this is healthy sticky thighs.
Oh, it's so healthy. But honestly, in terms of fat levels, there's not a lot in there.
Really?
We're starting with some sweet ingredients. So there's some honey in there, and there is tomato ketchup and things like that. So there's sweetness, but actually, in terms of fat, they're grilled as well.
Nice.
Am I saying all the right things?
You are.
Are you and Jane from the same place? Are you?
Yeah, we sound same, don't
But
we?
I tell you, I'm Ormskirk,
Oh, yeah.
Lancashire lass.
And
Where are you?
Wakefield. Wakefield.
OK, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, we're north.
It's outside the
it.
M25.
North is north, isn't it? North is north.
It is, love, yeah.
So, coleslaw to start with. Do you like the chicken?
It is beautiful.
I
Getting
thought
in
you
there.
like it. Coleslaw, red cabbage sliced. Red cabbage is lovely because it's not quite as sweet as the white cabbage that you cook, weirdly enough. In go the oil and my mustard seeds. And then we are going to create a dressing. So red cabbage. I also love a bit of red onion in coleslaw. That's optional. Some people don't like that. Coriander leaf, because we're making almost that kind of Indian, Cambodian coleslaw.
So crunchy and
And
delicious.
a little bit of red chilli. The other thing that gives you a lovely pop of sweetness in coleslaw is a handful of raisins or chopped apricots or chopped dates or figs, anything like that. Those snacking fruits that have been dried down, chopped, are stunning in a coleslaw. The dressing. We have got just olive oil. We have got white wine vinegar. These are all just kind of store cupboard. A bit of salt. Now, this is an interesting ingredient. This is date molasses. Has anybody come across?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are great. You can get them in supermarkets now. So this was one of the earliest forms in humankind of sweetening food. Honey and date molasses were the way we did it before we had sugar.
Delicious on porridge.
And delicious on porridge. And it just feels healthy, doesn't it?
And you can get really good ones in international supermarkets, can't
Yeah,
you?
there's a lot to be said for doing that.
Yeah.
If you could get into those international supermarkets, they're a complete treasure trove of fantastic ingredients. OK, so the flavours you're getting from that coleslaw are those ingredients. If I give that a quick toss together and then we get into the chicken zone.
This is how we actually eat, Jane.
Is it?
Yeah, we have our lunch here on telly.
Yeah.
That's good,
yeah.
isn't it?
Get it
Really?
done.
Get fed
It's worth
everything.
coming
I
just
know.
to get fed, isn't
And
it?
you get a great run at the day. You get it in early, you get a
Love
great
it.
run at the day.
Love this. Fabulous.
So what I love about this recipe is it is store cupboard. You know, ketchup is not, we don't think of using ketchup in cooking, but whenever you want that kind of barbecue sweet glossiness that you've got on that chicken, ketchup is the way forward. So we start with a good bit of ketchup because a lot of the muscle work has been done in the creation of that ketchup with the vinegars and the salts and the sweet and all of that. So you've already got that good layer of flavour. I add to this tomato puree to give me a little bit of a kind of more mature flavour to the sweetness and to that tang. Into that we go honey, because we want sticky and we want sweet. We go to balance that, lemon juice.
So good.
Gorgeous.
Garlic, because why would you not? Do you know what I mean? Why would you not? Because it really makes those barbecue dressings really sing. So garlic is a great thing to add to that. Now, here's where we get a little bit more interesting. And this recipe is something I went to Cambodia, and the street food there and in Laos it's based on this kind of recipe. It is so, to die for. And the things that give it that kind of hum. I'm using fenugreek powder. You don't have to if you can't get it, but honestly, that smell that you get when you walk into the studio comes directly from fenugreek powder. So they say about 80% of that is on your nose. You're getting that real bouquet of exotic aroma. Then we go garam masala or cumin powder. Those kind of brown powders that you don't quite know what you're going to use them for in the back of the cupboard.
Yeah.
Fish them out, honestly, fish them out and get them in. So a good bit of garam masala or cumin powder or coriander powder.
How long do they last for if you have a jar in the cupboard?
So funny, because according to, you know, in Western culture, they say, oh, no, they go off, get rid. Nonsense. In India, we carry them around forever. They just lose potency. So use more. If it's been there for a while, just use more of it. You don't bin these things. We are not food wasters. And a little bit of paprika powder, so that's not hot. So, yeah, they don't go off, so fret not.
Do you know, I'm glad you've said that, because I've heard that so many times.
Right.
You know, and sell-by date, why do they put a sell-by? Why are you putting a sell-by date on if it doesn't go off?
That's the point,
That's
isn't
it
it?
now.
There you go.
It's not fair, is it?
No. It's not. Now, in terms of food waste, we've got to just be so careful. I think coming out of Christmas, I think that's what struck me most is the amount of food that's just left uneaten. Those Christmas cakes that I've been given that, you know, I'll be eating them in, you know, 2040, you know. and there's a lot to be said for getting a bit more realistic about use by, sell by, but spices we shouldn't be chucking away. So we marinate those. They go on a tray, ideally skin side up, and then all you're going to do is grill them, and you end up with this happy place.
Lovely.
It's the most delicious chicken I've ever eaten. I'm not kidding you. It is so delicious, isn't it?
Look at that, it's inhaling.
I know, and I'm not even using cutlery. I'm going hands in.
That's amazing.
You're so ladylike. Come on.
I'm trying my best.
Absolutely gorgeous. Did you enjoy that, Jane? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I've just asked you. You're doing a mouthful. Sorry. Sorry. Lovely. Now, thank you, Nisha.
It's a pleasure.
Beautiful.
Lovely to cook for you.
For details of today's recipe, you can scan the QR code on your screen right now, which will take you straight to the Free This Morning app.
It's so good.
It's honestly,
so good. Oh, my word.
You just make it worthwhile. Thank you.
Still to come, Dr. Zoe is back to answer your medical questions. She'll be here to take your calls in another Ask Our GP.
And if you love The Crown, don't go anywhere, as hundreds of the series' famous props go under the hammer. Camilla Tominey will be looking back at the real-life history behind the royal replicas. We'll see you right after the break. We'll be tucking into this.
As Jane McDonald heads off on another adventure, she's on her way. See you after the break.
Ray of sunshine. Wow.
Whoa.
Still got the notes there, Jane. And as she takes viewers on an incredible trip to the Canary Islands, we'll be chatting to Jane McDonald. We'll see you right after the break.
How you get here, just get here.
We'll be chatting to Jane McDonald as she continues her adventure around the Canary Islands. We'll see you.
Knows I'm useless in the kitchen. Here, this is hot, hot, hot. So I think Jane might want to come in and have a little taste of this. It's fondue time. This is a fondue set, and it's £24.49, cast iron pan. You use in there fondue cheese like Gruyere or even raclette cheese.
Steady, love.
Thank you. The national dish of Switzerland, along with raclette, and it's just really lovely cheese in there. And then you grab your fork. You can do it if you want. This is lovely and hot. And you can. The tradition is to get a piece of bread and dunk it in the cheese, or potatoes, or whatever you fancy.
Yeah.
But for £24.49, it's great, and you cook it on the hob. It'll work with every hob, including induction, and then underneath put in something like fire gel or even a tea light, we'll just keep it warm until it's time to put it back on the hob.
You had to get
Sorry, Jane. Get
It's
stuck
all
in.
right.
Get stuck
Don't
in
enjoy
it,
it.
Jane.
You've got a job to do.
Are you fond of a fondue with a fondue?
Oh, yeah, as long as it doesn't take top of your mouth off.
Yeah, be
You
careful.
know,
This will be hot.
Cheese and that,
Cheese,
you know.
cheese,
There you
hot.
go.
Cheese.
So that's your comfort
Cheese.
food done.
Cheese.
For the
Cheese.
for
Just hang on.
2024.
Thank you, Steve Wilson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Loving your work.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Oh,
Is it?
That's
oh,
really
very
Is it
chewy.
very hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice one. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks,
Good stuff. That's going to fill the time while I just chew this. How's everyone anyway? How's life? You well?
Marvellous.
Good.
Have a best day.
Right, I'm there. Right. Well, you've just seen her. She's travelled around Tokyo. She's cruised the Caribbean. She's embarked on a road trip across South America. She's had fondue in this morning's studio.
But for her latest adventure, Jane McDonald is taking viewers on a beautiful trip to the Canary Islands.
I'm off on my travels to explore some of the most beautiful islands in the sun, the Canaries. I'm doing wheeling. I'm going solo to discover why 5 million Brits a year flock to this part of the world. I'm out the bunker. I've done my research, but I'll always be on the lookout to make sure I'm not missing a trick. Look at that. That's fantastic. And I'd love you to come with me as I head off the beaten track. This is absolute paradise. Reveal the unexpected and discover the very best that each island has to offer. Welcome to the Canary Islands.
Hey, Jane. How are you?
I'm very good.
Yeah.
You're full of cheese,
I know,
obviously.
right? I know, it's
but
tasty,
very
though.
good, very good.
I love the Canaries.
Oh, it was so nice. And you know, it's just really embracing. They love the Brits over there. So it was great to be there. And so many from the United Kingdom go on holiday there. So it was a really good time.
Jane, you just look like you're having the time of your life. You've got, like, the best job in the world. You must love it.
I do. And I'm taking a break from it, so I'm not happy about that now.
You're not?
I am, because I'm going on to the music side. Right. But it's you know, I'm sad that it's come to an end. You know, the travel has come to an end now. So this is our last hoo-ha for a long time.
But not forever.
I hope not.
Not forever.
Yeah.
No way.
It's
No
really weird
way.
because we were having this conversation earlier, and it's look, if you've worked on a travel show, you know what it's like. It's actually hard work.
Very
I did it for
hard work.
years, you know, because you're in and out, and you're up early, and you stay up late for sunsets, and
Yeah.
you're up for sunrises. So it can be challenging, even though it looks fun all the time.
That's true. And you always walk past people having a really good time, and you're thinking, actually, I want to stay in this bar and have a couple of tequilas with these people, but I'm off up a mountain somewhere. So there is that side of it as well. You know, when you go on holiday, it's a totally different thing. I mean, I would never do half the stuff. I'd like to thank Channel 5, really, because I have had the time of my life.
Oh,
you know, and it's been great. I've seen places and been places, and it's just been fantastic. So thank you.
And you've been in Tenerife sampling the bananas?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you do. I never knew that a banana was female.
What?
I know, that shape and everything. I know. You see, I mean, that's wrong, isn't it? It's just a bit weird, isn't it? You know, but they are the female, and they grow up toward the sunshine.
And I didn't know they had bananas at Tenerife.
Oh, didn't you?
No.
Oh, no, they're lovely and sweet. Very small, but sweet.
You make everybody laugh, and it's educational as well, Jane.
There you go.
There we go.
And just a little bit naughty. Just
Yeah, you've got to have a little bit of naughtiness.
What else surprised you about the Canaries? What stood out for you?
Well, I think, you know, that it is like going home, because, I mean, as a youngster, which is many moons ago now, I always used to go to the Canary Islands, and everybody has their own special island. You know, it's one of the 4. I think there's 5 now. I've probably just made that up. But they fall in love with a specific one, and they go there year after year after year.
Can we talk about Gran Canaria? Because I can imagine you were mobbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little bit, because I went to a drag bar and it was fabulous. I mean, the entertainment there was just great. It's the gay capital of you know, the Canary Islands, and I had a hoot. And that was a late night,
I bet.
if I remember, and quite dark, if I remember. I was in a bad place the next morning, but it didn't matter. It was just worth everything. I had the best time with the drag queens there.
Oh, I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Do you
You'd
know-
love it.
I'd
Yeah,
love
it's
to go on
great.
holiday with you. Are you a bit of a party girl when you go on holiday?
Yeah, but only
Yeah.
for a specific time. I like to be in bed for 10 because I'm a really boring person, really.
No, you're not.
But I party for that 2 hours up to 10 o'clock like you've never seen before. And then I'm like the old battery. I go and I say, I need my slippers on.
I know your type. Yeah, you come in and everyone's there and you get a big round of shots and then you sneak out and you just leave the carnage.
Yeah.
And then you feel great about yourself the next day.
Absolutely, Dan.
I prefer starting in the day, do you?
Yeah.
And then you're all right then by the evening, and you can do it again the next day and the sun keeps you going.
That's me. That's me.
Do you sing at the end of each one of these shows?
No, it stopped. It stopped singing. I don't know why. I know, and I got quite upset about that, really, because so many people used to say, oh, we love the song at the end, and I'm really glad that they did, really, because that could have been awful. That really could have been awful.
I know, but it was just so unusual, wasn't it? And you covered such a variety of songs.
Oh, no, that was Ben Frau's idea, actually, at Channel 5.
Oh, was it?
So I've got him to thank for that. So when it did stop, it was because it's like this massive montage at the end of like all the best bits of the show.
We were here for it. We thought it was brilliant.
Oh, bless you.
Now, you're such a top traveller now. You must have some brilliant travel tips.
Absolutely. Those cubes that you can buy.
Never heard of them.
You put all your pants in one thing. You don't even have to take them out the cubes. Just put them straight in a drawer. And always take a laundry bag. People always forget that. Take a place for your laundry, because then you get them all mixed up and it's not attractive. It's not nice when you get home and you think, is that...
Everything's whiffy.
Yeah, everything's whiffy. So, yeah, keep it separate.
You might be travelling to do travel shows, but you will be on the road again with your tour. Tell us all about it.
With All My Love, it's called. And I haven't toured for 2 years, so I can't wait to see the fans again. I'm looking forward to getting back out on a stage again. I'm playing piano on this one, and I'm a writer, a songwriter. So I wanted to explain why I've written certain songs and do it at the piano. So it's going to be a totally different show to what people have seen me do.
And you've dedicated this tour to your late husband, haven't you, Jane? And some of the songs in there, is that right?
Well, it's not so much about Ed, it's about love.
Yeah.
And, of course, wherever love is, Ed was there.
Yeah.
And I think we all need love. And I think it's the old Beatles thing, isn't it? All we need is love. And it is true. And I have a love for everybody I work with, and I have a love for my fans. And so I cannot wait for that reaction again, you know, that two-way thing that me and my fans have, which is so special. And I'm so grateful to them all.
Are you nervous?
I can't wait to see them.
You're
nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still get a little bit nervous because I sound a bit like Les Dawson at the minute on the piano. So I need to brush up on it a little bit.
Your voice, though, incredible. Absolutely
you.
incredible. The notes that you can hit, it's brilliant.
I shock myself sometimes thinking, where did that come from? But I have a go, and I think that's half of it. And I love it, and I think it's good for the soul, and I love to sing, and I love my fans, and I can't wait to see them all.
Oh,
And
Jane,
we're going to forgive you for breaking the gravy fountain.
I know, I'm
forgive you.
sorry
it was
about
you.
that.
Yeah.
I know, I was watching you.
I know, because I can take it home now.
Jane, the very best of luck on the tour. You've got so much support, and we're all behind you. Thank
Bless
you.
you.
Thank you. Jane
Thanks, Jane.
McDonald, thank you. The Loose Women are coming up next on ITV1. What have you got on the show today, Christine?
Hello again. Coming up here, well, as Abby Clancy suffers a strange medical incident. Do you suffer with health anxiety? Also, find out the controversial word that George Clooney used to describe his wife and why Gloria wouldn't be happy. And Strictly's Adam Thomas opens up about the debilitating health condition that nearly made him quit the show. All of that and loads more in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we'll see you then on Tomorrow's This Morning. The dog father, Graham Hall, has more tips to keep your dog happy and maybe even well-behaved.
Chef Tom Kerridge returns to This Morning Kitchen with an ideal winter warmer.
If you're a Trader fan, well, we have got some banished in the studio, so join us on the sofa from 10.